Good afternoon. This is Ricardo Suber, and I am bringing this video to you to actually break down and compare and contrast two vastly different opportunities in network marketing. What we're going to be discussing today is a question you may have, which is, how do the companies 5Linx and WakeUp Now compare? Now, in the middle of 2011, I was also faced with a decision in terms of which company to choose. It was a person I already had a lot of respect for who introduced me to this incredible field of network marketing, yet there are so many companies. So if any of these companies happens to be one that you're researching, this video will prove very valuable to you. This particular video will break down the vast differences between these two opportunities. We will discuss compensation, the initial investment, and lay out the financials of each opportunity. And at the conclusion, we will pose the question to you, which one should you choose? So let's begin. Now, when looking at both 5Linx and WakeUp Now, we must first realize that both companies are businesses in the direct selling arena. Now, what is ironic about this slide, you see a lot of blank space. That is simply because there aren't a lot of comparables between the two companies. While they're both direct sales businesses, there are a ton of differences, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, the first thing that we should discuss is the initial investment. Now, there is definitely a clear difference as WakeUp Now has a much lower starting position at just $99 per month, while 5Linx has an initial one-time licensing fee of $249 with a monthly overhead of $49.95. So there's definitely a difference in the upfront cost, but then when you look at the monthly overhead, 5Linx does come in lower. Now, with that being said, let's move into how 5Linx compares with WakeUp Now, or WUN for short, in terms of how income is created. Now, with WakeUp Now, the idea of residual income is emphasized by building a team of enrolled reps. The concept in WakeUp Now is called B3H3G3. As you see in the graphic, it says you pay $100 to enroll, you bring in 3 people, and each brings in 3, which yields a monthly quote-unquote residual income of $600 per month. So in short, B3 means bring 3, H3 means help 3, and G3 means get 3. Now, this idea borders along the idea of a Ponzi scheme, which is something that is considered fraudulent in our practice. Now, the reason why I say borders is because it is not a Ponzi scheme. I'll say it again, it is not a Ponzi scheme. However, the reason why many professionals shy away from a business like this is because the emphasis is placed on people rather than products and services moved through the distribution channel. Now, the reason why WakeUp Now is not a Ponzi or pyramid scheme is because there are products and services that the company does use. However, one of the main selling points of WakeUp Now is again B3H3G3, which will yield a quote-unquote residual income. Compare that with 5Linx. Your residual income is based on creating a customer base. Your team of distributors is created, but the emphasis is on customer volume and commissions created by the products and services themselves. In other words, every time a customer pays a bill on whether that be a product or a service, a percentage of that bill gets put back in the representative's pocket, and it continues to build each and every month, which yields an ongoing income. So while a team of distributors can be built, which can of course multiply your commissions, the true value of the business built is on customers and not team members. So when you compare the two, there is definitely a difference in terms of how income is calculated, and there is also a big difference in terms of which one is considered more ethical. Let's move on to documentation. When looking at WakeUp Now versus 5links, WakeUp Now is not a recognized member of DSA.org. What you should understand is that DSA is the reputable watchdog company of our arena, which is direct selling. The DSA ranks the top 200 companies in all of direct sales and network marketing. Another thing that you should also recognize about WakeUp Now is that it's rated a C rating in the Better Business Bureau. That C rating also comes with a non-accredited status, which is something that is worth noting. Another aspect of WakeUp Now is that there are no known news features or local magazine articles. WakeUp Now is a Utah-based company. However, when one does search on Utah-based news and periodicals, at least through Google or in other periodical search engines, there are no features on WakeUp Now that could be pulled up at the time of this presentation. In comparison, 5links is a ranking member of the DSA.org publication and website. 5links also holds an A+ accredited rating, which is the highest rating in the Better Business Bureau, and unlike WakeUp Now, has enjoyed 8 consecutive years as a top company in Inc. 500 and Inc. 5000. 5links has also been featured on NBC, ABC, CNN, in the Wall Street Journal, Your Business at Home magazine, Success from Home magazine, the Rochester Top 100, the DSN Top 100, the Rochester Business Journal, and the Democrat and Chronicle newspaper. So, when also comparing documentation, you definitely want to take a look at where these companies have been featured and what third parties are actually saying about the two businesses. All one simply has to do is to point their web browser to www.dsa.org. Simply stated, if you do a search on WakeUp Now, the results actually say the following 0 DSA members match your search criteria. In other words, WakeUp Now is not a listed member. However, when you do type in the word 5links, you see that not only is 5links a member, but it's also a part of the Communications Initiative for the Code of Ethics. You see, the Direct Selling Association governs the ethical practices and procedures of our profession. This should be a very important decision in terms of which company you should choose. One that is publicly noted as abiding by ethics or one that is not. Let's also take a look at the Better Business Bureau. When you do a comparison search, you do see that both companies are listed in the Better Business Bureau. However, there are a difference in grades. WakeUp Now has received a C rating and it's not listed as an accredited business in the Better Business Bureau. In comparison, 5links has an A+ rating and is listed as an accredited business. So, also when checking out any business, whether that be a network marketing company or any other company, one should always check the Better Business Bureau to see what the rating is. Let's move on to the financials. Now, on this slide, you'll see that WakeUp Now is a $1.1 million publicly traded company. However, as reported by Bloomberg Newsweek, the company has lost 25% of its revenue. Bloomberg also notes that it has seen losses year over year. In the graphic below, Bloomberg says, and I quote, "Year over year, WakeUp Now Incorporated has seen revenues fall from $1.6 million to $1.1 million. This, along with an increase in SG&A costs, has led to a reduction in the bottom line from a loss of $115,000 some dollars to an even larger loss of $379,000 some dollars." Again, this is according to Bloomberg Business Week. Continuing on with the financials, it says WakeUp Now was founded in 2009, although there have been some conflicting business articles which cite the founding year being 2010. Also, WakeUp Now was originally WordCraft Systems Incorporated, which was actually founded in 1967. However, back in 1996, the stock went from $1.50 to just 2 cents in 2014 after quote-unquote investors lost interest. Again, the source for this is Bloomberg Businessweek 2014. Let's compare this with the financials of 5LINX. 5LINX is a privately held company which grew in revenue every quarter since its inception in 2001. Currently, 5LINX is valued at $131 million. For the past 8 consecutive years, 5LINX has enjoyed a standing in the Inc. 500 and Inc. 5000 for its financial success. Continuing on with the financials, 5LINX was also recently featured in the Wall Street Journal, the Democrat and Chronicle newspaper, the Rochester Business News, and on Clear Channel Radio for recent acquisitions and partnerships, with deals topping over $100 million. Last but not least, 5LINX was ranked in the Direct Selling News or DSN Global Top 100 Company list, which is the top 1% of all direct sales companies in just 12 years. So, with all that being said, the question is, which should you choose? Now, when looking at any two opportunities, one should always choose the company which they feel gives them the most opportunity. One should also decide whether they'd like to build a business for the long term or for a side hustle. Last but not least, one should choose the company that withstands the test of documentation. That being said, I'd like to congratulate you on making the decision to become financially free, whichever company you should choose. Thank you so much. Once again, this is Ricardo Suber. Have a wonderful day.